Stop. $250,000 is the most dangerous net worth in America. And I know that sounds dramatic. But let me show you why. Picture two guys. Elon and Lee. Both age 34. Both just crossed the $250,000 line in the same month. Same milestone. Same celebratory glass of mediocre champagne. 6 months later, Lee gets rear-ended by an uninsured driver, ends up in a lawsuit, and watches a third of his net worth disappear into a settlement. His auto insurance did not cover. Elon. Same scenario in an alternate timeline. Walks away without losing a dollar. The difference? Elon had spent $32 a month on a piece of paper most people have never heard of. Both guys did everything right to get to $250,000. They saved. They invested. They avoided the dumb car payment. But only one of them understood that the rules completely change. Once you actually have something to protect, the habits that got you to $250,000 will quietly sabotage you if you do not upgrade. And almost none of what you should be buying next looks like wealth. Stick with me for 10 minutes. Here are 7 things you start buying at $250,000. Umbrella insurance. Liability coverage that sits on top of your auto and home insurance. If you get sued for more than your existing policies cover, the umbrella kicks in. Here is where the math gets absurd. The average car insurance liability cap in this country: $250,000 per person and $500,000 per accident. That sounds like a lot. Until you remember that one visit, one surgery, and one wrongful injury claim can easily blow through that number. The average cost of a $1 million umbrella policy: about $383 per year. NerdWallet says they start as low as $200. That is roughly $1 a day. Less than what most people spend on their morning gas station coffee. It is the cheapest insurance you can buy per dollar protected. Below $100,000 in net worth. Lawyers honestly are not that interested in you. Not much to recover. But once you cross $250,000, with a house, a brokerage account, retirement balances, and visible income, you become what is politely called a collectible defendant. Translation: you are worth suing. The dog bites a neighbor. Your teenager rear-ends someone. A guest slips on your icy front step. And suddenly someone has a very compelling story about chronic back pain. Without an umbrella, every dollar above your auto and home limits is exposed. That policy Elon had. Lee did not. Same accident. 2 completely different outcomes. A good planner running a one-time comprehensive plan typically costs between $1,500 and $3,500. Hourly fee-only planners usually run $200 to $400 an hour. Just optimizing where your money sits across taxable, traditional, and Roth accounts can save you well over 1% per year in long-term tax drag on a $250,000 portfolio. That is $2,500 per year. Right there. Year 1. The plan pays for itself, and then keeps paying you forever. Here is where most people get destroyed. There is a massive difference between a fee-only fiduciary and what most people call a financial advisor. A fee-only fiduciary is paid by you. Period. No commissions. No product kickbacks. No hidden incentives. They are legally required to act in your best interest. A commission-based advisor is paid by selling you stuff. When you walk into a big-name brokerage, and a 25-year-old in a blazer, who passed his Series 7 last Tuesday, kindly offers you a free portfolio review. What is actually happening is that you are the product. They make money when you buy what they are selling, which is often whole life insurance, annuities, or actively managed funds, with embedded fees that quietly chip away at your returns for the next 30 years. Taxes are the single largest expense in your life, bigger than your rent, your mortgage, your car, your groceries combined. Most people in the $250,000 range are still filing through TurboTax at 11 p.m. the night before April 15th, eating cold pizza and aggressively Googling what counts as a deduction. That is fine. Except you are now leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single year. If you have a high deductible health plan, the HSA contribution limit for 2026 for $404 individuals, $0.8750 for families. The HSA is the only triple tax advantaged account that exists. Tax deductible going in, tax-free growth, tax-free withdrawals for medical expenses. If you are not maxing it, that is just money you handed the IRS for no reason. Then there is the mega backdoor Roth. Sounds like a wrestling move, but is actually one of the best wealth-building tools nobody uses. If your 401k plan allows after-tax contributions and in-plan conversions, you can stuff tens of thousands of extra dollars per year into a Roth and let it grow completely tax-free for the rest of your life. Elon hired a CPA in his first year at $250,000. Cost him $1,400. That CPA found him an additional $4,300 in deductions and tax savings. In the first year alone, he has now paid for himself 3 times over. And we have not even gotten to year 2. A guy from 2008. He had a $300,000 portfolio, no cash reserve, and he just got laid off from a job he thought was permanent. He needed to cover his mortgage, car payment, and groceries. While he found another job, he sold $25,000 worth of stock, right at the bottom of the financial crisis. Stock he had specifically bought to hold for 30 years. That $25,000, if he had kept it invested through the recovery, would be worth somewhere around $140,000 today. He sold at the worst possible moment, because he had to. That is why you need a real emergency fund. Not the $1,000 fund Dave Ramsey told you about when you were 22. A real one. 6 to 12 months of expenses, sitting in a high-yield savings account or short-term treasuries, doing essentially nothing exciting. Your emergency fund is not a drag on your portfolio. It is the insurance policy that lets the other 90% of your money stay invested through chaos. At $250,000, your job is to never be forced to sell. Meet Steve. Steve was 39. Divorced. 2 kids. No will. No trust. No power of attorney. Nothing. He had built his net worth up to about $340,000 through 15 years of disciplined investing. He died in a freak skiing accident on a Tuesday. His family ended up in a fluorescent-lit probate court, arguing with a clerk for 11 months. By the time everything was settled, $19,000 of Steve's estate had gone to court fees, attorney fees, and administrative costs. His specific wishes about who got what. Public record. His ex-wife and his current girlfriend stopped talking to each other. The kids ended up in the middle. That is what dying without an estate plan looks like. And it happens to people in their 30s and 40s. Far more often than anyone wants to admit. A trust skips probate entirely. Your assets transfer privately, quickly, and exactly according to what you wrote down. You can DIY one for around $400 using legitimate platforms. Or you can pay an estate attorney $1,500 to $3,000 for the full package, which I honestly recommend if you own real estate or have anyone depending on you. A 20 or 30-year level term policy for $1 million for a healthy 35-year-old typically costs between $30 and $60 per month. For the equivalent coverage, a whole life policy would cost you 8 to 12 times that. The general rule of thumb: carry 10 to 12 times your annual income in coverage. If you make $100,000, you want a $1 million policy. Statistically, if you are under 50, you are way more likely to become disabled than to die. And if your paycheck disappears for 2 years because of a back injury or chronic illness, your entire wealth building plan freezes. A private long-term disability policy is often surprisingly affordable, and it is the move that keeps your $250,000 from quietly becoming $80,000 while you are recovering. The point of insurance is not to make you rich. It is to make sure one bad event does not undo everything you have already done. If you make $200,000 per year and you work roughly 2,000 hours, your time is worth about $100 per hour. Every Saturday you spend mowing your own lawn for 4 hours. You are paying yourself $400 in opportunity cost to do something a teenager would do for $50. Same with cleaning the house. And same with driving 40 minutes round trip to the grocery store. Same with answering 200 emails for your side hustle, when a virtual assistant could do it for 15 to 30 per hour. A house cleaner runs 100 to 200 per visit. A lawn service is 30 to 60 per visit. Grocery delivery costs you 5 to 10 plus a tip, versus the 90 minutes you would spend doing it yourself. Remember Elon? He outsourced his lawn for $50 per week, which freed up roughly 4 hours every Saturday. He used those 4 hours to build a side income stream that now generates $40,000 per year. That $50 was not an expense. It was the seed capital for a business. Lee kept mowing his own lawn every Saturday because he genuinely believed he was saving $50. That $50 cost him $35,000 per year. In compounded opportunity, the first $250,000 was built on a fence. Saving, earning, investing, getting in the game. The next $250,000 is built on defense, protecting what is there from lawsuits, taxes, probate, your own panic during a downturn, and the slow grinding tax that your time gets nickel and dimed by every single week. The people who make it to $1 million are not the ones who did everything perfectly. They are the ones who did not quit when it got boring. Here is what you will do right now. 1. Hit subscribe, because the algorithm will not show you the next video if you do not. 2. Pick one thing from this list: umbrella insurance, CPA, estate plan, and do it this month. 3. Write in the comments one defense you will install first. 4. Send this video to one person who says, "I made it. I have $250,000. Tell them, great. Now protect it." Because Elon knew. Lee did not. Now you know. See you in the next video.